Sound check. Yes, yes. Let me take off my. Should I take off my glasses?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. Now. So yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome.
to another episode. What episode is this?
It's episode 6, I think.
To episode 6. 2. Yeah, 6. Yeah, it's episode 6.
I don't know, 6 or 5.
6 or 5.
Yeah,
We'll see.
somewhere there.
The road to 21.
Yeah, road to 21. It's
So
trying to get.
welcome
Yeah.
to 4 and 4. For founders, for creators,
And
for
for
innovators.
innovators. There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
Exactly.
What are we talking about today?
So the topic for today is why your ideas are pawn and execution is king.
Yeah.
So why ideas are pawn and execution is king.
Yeah, but you need to go. You need to
Let
go.
me elaborate.
Elaborate, because it seems broad.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
Have you ever had those friends where, because I also used to be one of those friends.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, I have a genius idea.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have this genius idea. This idea is going to change the world.
Yeah.
Come sign this NDA. Come
Yeah.
sign an NDA for this idea.
Yeah.
And then once your friends sign, they humor you. They sign the NDA. The idea was trash.
Yeah.
The idea was just trash. And sometimes you might have an okay idea,
Yeah.
but then you never execute the idea.
Yeah. I know Vele. I don't think I was like that. I've always given people. I never cared because I never knew. I didn't even know that execution is king. But I would never. I'd have an idea and just speak. It's all, and then people are like, don't say your ideas, when don't
You've never had that situation where you think of an idea, and then a few days later someone else is doing that.
I've had it in photography, but I didn't care because they didn't execute it the way I wanted, like the way I saw it. But they stole the idea, obviously, and I don't want
to.
to.
The idea.
Because I told them.
Oh, you told them.
Yeah. Because I'm very open. I'm like, oh, now I'm thinking of doing the 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and then how moon do jiggy next week.
Yeah, they just beat you to the execution.
Yeah, he beat me to the execute. Like it was 3 times actually when I was in Bloom. I was like, oh, this guy. Clearly, I shouldn't tell him things because he's using my ideas. But yeah.
So the whole point for this podcast is to basically tell you, a good plan is better than a perfect plan.
Yeah.
A good plan is better than a perfect plan.
Yeah. But so how do you go about executing?
How do you go about with the execution?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Okay, so I'll tell you a story about a guy who invented a bagless vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name was Sir Jason. Forgot the surname. What's the surname? Sir Jason. What's Sir James Dyson? Yeah, James Dyson.
James Dyson. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had this idea for bagless vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
He pitched it to manufacturers, the established manufacturers.
Yeah.
And then he was rejected countless times.
Yeah.
So this was all in the late 1970s. So Sir James Dyson had this idea for a while, and so he was kept on getting rejected. So you know what he did?
Yeah.
He put everything onto himself and like, you know what? I'll do this myself.
Yeah.
He perfected the idea, and then he founded the bagless vacuum cleaner. That guy today is a billionaire.
Yeah.
All because he executed the idea, even people didn't even believe.
Yeah. And it's a good thing that he did, because I was listening to Gary V this other time. He was like, it's better to actually go slow and actually find that perfect, your perfect idea, and you actually perfect it into executing it. And then, it was like, rather than taking in money, because once you take in money, like people put in money in your idea or whatever, you're basically losing ownership. So taking in money.
But no one really has a perfect idea in this time.
Yeah, but
when last did a person invent something new?
We're not inventing now. We're just taking ideas upon ideas.
Exactly.
And
so you just
things.
build on top of something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. Look at Yahoo. Yahoo, like, then Gmail took over.
Yeah.
So you see, sometimes it's not about who did it first. It was who was the first to scale.
You always say that.
Yeah, it's not about who did this first. Hey, I had this idea,
Yeah.
but then I saw the bigger picture and then scaled it. I executed it far better than you could have.
Yeah.
So I think because like Harry, you watched the movie McDonald's, the McDonald's.
Yeah, I've
movie.
watched them. Yeah.
Yeah,
That guy executed.
yeah. Ray Kroc executed
Yeah.
and scaled.
Yeah.
Because that's the perfect example. The McDonald's had a perfect idea. The McDonald's are fast food restaurants.
Yeah,
In
efficiency
case
and
your food, yeah,
effectiveness.
efficiency. But then they didn't scale. They had the idea of scaling, but they couldn't scale it perfectly. Till Ray Kroc finally stumbled on the idea that he is in the business of real estate
States, yeah,
and not franchise.
franchise. Yeah.
The money was in the real estate. So he took that idea of McDonald's and executed it better.
Yeah, he did. But he took a
And
risk.
but the sad part, he kicked them out. But he kicked the McDonald brothers out. But he executed the.
But it's because he took the risk as well.
Yeah, he took the risk. That's the thing.
He took the risk.
So sometimes it's not about who did it first. It's about who's the first to scale and how good your execution was.
Yeah. But sometimes that's why it's we can say executes, but it's how do you go about it? That's the thing. You know, how do you go about? Because everyone so is at home. They have an idea of making a cell phone. How do they go about
Just start.
the mindset?
Just start.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you a practical example.
Yeah.
I wanted a website scaling. I had this idea. I wanted to create a business development platform
Yeah.
where like I share stories on success stories on how this person made it from A to B.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about coding. Nothing. You just learn. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
Let me learn about coding. It's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's free coding sites telling you the basics.
Of
And
coding.
sometimes you don't even need much.
Yeah.
You see? That's the thing. You just take what you have, you use what you have, and then work on that, and then eventually you'll succeed.
But I hear you. You are talking on a basis of generalization.
No, I'm talking my practical. I never knew shit about coding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know anything about
Okay.
coding. I didn't know anything. CSS, HTML. I didn't know anything. I was
Yeah.
new. But I was willing to learn. I was willing to become the fool first time. You know
Yeah.
what? I don't know anything, and I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah.
But this is my idea, and I'll execute it the best way I can.
And so in doing that, during the process, how because obviously becoming the fool, but how do you because obviously you're not just doing coding,
Mm.
you there's other things you're doing.
Without
How do you then go about being like, okay, I want to do this, like I'm doing coding, I want to be execute this, but I also have other things. How do you shut down all those other things?
I think it goes. It's a question you have to ask yourself: is how bad do you want this?
Yeah.
Because some people say, I want to do this, but they hardly ever execute. That means you don't want it. So it all boils down to, do you want it more than the next person? Are you hungrier than the next person?
Yeah.
That's how I'm starving. So I'm at a point now where I'm starving. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm willing to become the fool at the beginning because I know my skill set I'll learn.
Yeah.
I learn. The process is where you learn everything and find out what you need to succeed.
You see,
That's where you learn from your failures.
you see, you mentioned something with the process.
Yeah, it's the process.
It's the process, yes. But
Most people don't even
how do you go
start.
about? There's certain techniques you go about in going through the process. Like I'm gonna make an example. Something I read on the 4 disciplines.
Okay.
The guy says it's like it's very difficult to execute on that one thing when you have a lot. Like let's just say you doing coding. Let's say ngapha you have a shoe brand. Ngapha you have, you know what I mean. So he mentioned, it was like you must focus on landing the first task first. Like let's say it's an airport. Yeah, you there's ongoing,
Mm-hmm.
there's departing, there's arrivals. So when what you do as a air control patrol, you're gonna focus on the one that's landing because that's the most important one.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
I follow you.
Yeah, making sense. So that's what I'm asking about the process. The ones departing are your shoe business, your other things. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about the process as it is at at large. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was like, you must focus on the learning, and then the second step is keeping score. I mean, what did he say?
Keeping track.
No, yeah, keeping track. But most of us, we want to keep track of the results. Like now we started a podcast. Instead of keeping track, we like keeping track of the results. Like how many views. But we not. But what he said was like, keep track of your inputs.
Oh, okay.
Keep track of your inputs.
Yeah,
Keep
what
track.
you put in, what the
Yeah.
work you're putting in.
Yeah, besides of what you're getting, keep track of your inputs. Because okay, I did 2 episodes this week. Let me do 4 this week. Yeah, well, let me increase inputs. Yeah, well, rather than focusing on results, because there's a lag time. Like it's the same as working out. You're not gonna see results in the first 2 weeks.
Mm.
That's the lag time. So that time you're not gonna see results. So if you keep on looking at results, you're bound to give up. Most of the times.
Yeah, but the whole point of the process is to teach you the necessary skill set.
But that's the thing. Mentally, you're gonna go through those things. That's why I'm asking about the process at large, in the sense of, yes, you're gonna say if you wanted more,
It's the hunger.
it's the hunger, obviously. But obviously, there's sometimes you have to change your mindset as well. Guti. I'm not gonna look at the results. I'm gonna look at what I'm putting in. Improve on what you're putting in,
Okay.
and also keep score. Like, okay, after maybe after 2-3 months.
Okay, yeah, I think it goes back to what we spoke on a few episodes earlier on about delayed gratification.
Yeah,
Yeah, people want instant results.
instant result.
I
But
think
also,
then it's a mindset. You have to change that mindset.
Yeah,
from
that's what I'm
instant,
talking about, the
delayed
mindset.
gratification is important.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the mindset. And then but also you must keep score, because he mentions like people play differently when they know the score.
Ooh.
So if the game is 3-2, you're gonna play it differently. I'm one go up to get it to a draw.
Mm.
Yeah. So also those things mentally, we can talk about, yeah, if you wanted more, but how the mindset needs to shift. You can be hungry, but you don't have the mindset.
The mindset and discipline.
Exactly. You see, so taking those steps is very critical. Like that's the thing, we always get told, yeah, do this, do that, but the things of the mind, we don't get these things. They don't teach us, because like it or not, after 2 weeks of working out, you want to see results. No, I'm being genuine. You want to see results. I'm talking about the mind of like an average person, Jay, starting. They want to change their life.
Well, here's a reality flash. Does not work like that, fam.
Obviously, it does not. But that's the thing. It's
Nothing
like,
happens instantaneous.
that's why it's important to
That's
shift
what
mindsets.
we must learn. Yeah, you can't expect instant gratification. Everything.
Okay.
That's doomed from the start. You're doomed to fail. You're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Instant gratification sets you up for instant failure, because the moment you don't get that satisfaction or you don't see results, you quit.
Yeah.
So the moment, because you are setting yourself up for failures, the moment you build that roadblock, and then if you don't succeed or overcome this obstacle,
Yeah.
you immediately lapse. And it's like, oh, I don't want to do this for me. This is not for me.
Oh, true.
So I think it starts with this thing of instant gratification.
That needs to get out.
Get it out your head. It's not gonna work. This is the game.
Yeah, that's true though. That's true. What do you think? Obviously, we're talking about executions, but how do you think people should go about in executing things in terms of the circles?
I think stop looking for the perfect plan, the perfect idea.
Yeah,
Doesn't exist.
ideas are cheap.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Because I was watching the movie Blackberry. It's a nice movie. I
Is it?
recommend people to go watch.
yeah.
And then, like, Blackberry had 45% of the market share for all phones.
Mm.
All phones. But then, when Apple came along, Steve Jobs came with the innovative idea. It's like, no, there's too many buttons here, man. There's too many buttons.
Yeah,
Who wants these
yeah.
too many buttons? Let's get rid of this. Imagine that idea. Let's get rid of this button and then let's make a flat screen.
A flat screen.
So every other smartphone with a flat screen was built off of that idea.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a flat screen.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we all built on someone else's idea. Take it and how do we make this and make it
And make
better?
it better. Yeah.
So you see a person's mistakes. Oh, you study a person. Oh, I see this business, but it has these flaws. How can I make it better? And then take his customers.
Yeah.
How can I do this and make this better?
It's the same thing we're doing with that idea. Taking
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taking something that's already existing and then
and
making
make
it
it, yeah,
better.
yeah,
So sometimes it's not about the perfect idea or the perfect plan,
yeah,
but it's just about a good idea and then filling in the holes. Oh, this guy is lacking in this department. This guy has no marketing. He's not
Yeah.
pushing in this area. So let me fill the holes where he's lacking and then make this better.
yeah, yeah.
That's basically it.
Execution, but I think also it helps having people. With execution, it's in the process. I'm talking about the process. He's talking about the realistic
Okay.
mindset. But like, I feel like it's important to have friends or peers that can hold you accountable in the sense of, I'm doing this, and if I want to do this, and I know you're gonna hold me accountable to feel you. Execution,
You haven't executed this
you haven't
idea.
executed, yeah. And also, there's this thing. Once you say things out loud, like say an idea or so what you're gonna do out loud to someone, you're bound to actually go for it because now you don't want to ruin your reputation, and you don't want people to lose respect and lose their reputation. Am I making sense?
I follow you. I follow.
Yeah. So I think also that it helps with the process of execution, like, but also obviously you need to tell people you trust. Once you're inside,
I think us as people, we're filled with excuses.
explain.
I tell Phil this idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have money, Phil.
Oh, but then that's a different.
I need money.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay, what have you done besides the money aspect of everything? No, everything needs money. No,
nah.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like with the website thingy, you just need data. There's free Wi-Fi at libraries.
Yeah.
Everything free download. How many places you go to in the mall? There's a free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So we just give ourselves easy outlets. Like no, this is easy. Like no excuses.
Yeah.
So that's the issue I have. So
Obviously.
people can tell you something, and then eventually,
Yeah, but even I mean, quite now, but you can tell someone an idea now, and they won't, like 99% of the people in the room will not execute
will
it.
not execute
Yeah.
exactly.
99% of the people won't execute it because people are lazy.
Exactly, people are
They
lazy.
don't want to do the work.
Like, cause the process is hard. That's the thing. People don't realize the process is actually hard.
Yeah,
The process is not fun, but it's not meant to be.
yeah.
The process is where you learn everything.
I was watching this podcast. Is it Push Up B or something? This lady, she helps like people push like local brands, whatever. So she's a big take a lot to distributor or something like that. So we got an interview with this guy who was selling iPhones. So he was like, this guy literally gave people like good like interview. Just he gave the whole system with, this is how I do it, and you don't need money. This is how I do it. And I was like, aren't you scared of the competition? It's like 99% of the people won't do it.
Exactly.
I'm telling them what to do.
Also, once watching a lecturer of Wizdem and Dokotela.
Yeah,
I'm giving you game. This is the whole game plan.
Yeah.
It's from A to B.
yeah,
But I know 99% of you will leave this room and not gonna execute.
yeah.
Or maybe 3% will execute,
Cute,
and then
yeah.
along the line will fall
We'll
in the
follow.
process.
Yeah,
It takes that 1%.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes it's all about, are you willing to go the extra,
The extra
mile more
mile.
than the other person?
Yeah.
Like, how far are you willing to go? That's the thing. How badly do you want
How
it?
badly do you want it?
So it's all about taking a good idea
Yeah.
and perfecting it in the process while you're executing. So
Okay.
you only you only perfect in the process.
Yeah.
You know, okay, this didn't work. Let me try this again. But in the meantime, you're busy executing.
Yeah.
So it's all about execution.
And also, while executing, you need to obviously think of, as you said, delay gratification. You need to think of the long run.
The long run.
Yeah.
Get rid of that
The
short-term
long,
mentality.
like people, like Coleman, he was like, you must think of of execution as marriage and not a hookup. You know,
Exactly.
so you must.
Same as relationship,
Yeah.
looking into stay into business,
Yeah,
like long
yeah,
run.
yeah,
Not hey, I have a successful relationship. No, you want to stay in business.
yeah,
That's how. That's how
yeah.
success.
It's
That's
the
how
same.
success.
It's same thing as is it Hamonzi? The guy in Nietzsche. I forgot. I can't say his name properly. He was like infinite. I think it's him or Chris Willis. It was like infinite is better than the finite. So you need to be. I wanna stay in business, not that I wanna build up a business.
I want to exactly.
I don't want to
Start off
build
in
it up. I
there.
want to stay in business. So like you staying in business is that's success. But building it up and then, it's easier to get to the top. But staying there is hard. So
Exactly.
yeah.
100% true.
So you must think of the long run while executing.
But it's crazy how we like are so infatuated with the idea. Like this idea is perfect. You're building the idea, and then you lose sight of the actual execution. You don't even think about executing. Like people will tell you this, I have this genius idea,
Yeah.
and then sometimes your friend could be onto something,
Onto something.
but
Yeah.
then they never execute.
I think it happens to the best of
It's
us.
like we love the idea so much,
Yeah.
more than the idea itself. Like I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah. I get what you mean. You stare at the idea.
We stare at the idea.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing about it though?
But I think it takes a certain person to actually go for it, man. I think it takes a certain. You need to have that certain drive.
It
Yeah.
needs that hunger. Like yo,
It needs the hunger. You need to believe in yourself. I think once you have that, you know it's okay. I'm starting. As you say, you just need to start. It's important. Otherwise, you're gonna stay in that. I forgot what they call that zone, but it's the same as the motivation. It's like Wusi was like this. Some people they they'll go to every motivational lecture
exactly.
and all that,
You like
but
the motivation.
but they won't do
Exactly.
anything about like sasa I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
And then the motivation is gone.
It's gone now.
Yeah,
What?
motivation is like taking a bath. You need to.
So I think we need to realize one important thing:
Yeah.
a poor idea with an excellent execution is far better than a great idea with no execution.
That's true. That's true.
So you can take a mediocre idea, but if with the perfect execution,
yeah.
it can take you places,
Yeah.
and then you perfect it. You perfect that idea in the process. That's how you'll be able to
Oh.
perfect the idea in the
in the process,
process.
because now you know what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, but the key is to just start.
Yeah.
The idea doesn't even have to be perfect. You don't even have to invent something new. No one is inventing anything new.
Unless you're Elon Musk. He's also not inventing.
Yeah, what
something
did he
new.
invent that's new?
Yeah.
We all building on
He
top of
builds. It builds
greatness,
on
yeah.
top
we
of.
we all building on someone else's greatness. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I can say, oh, Phil has a mediocre idea, but I know how I can perfect this and make this idea better because I see ways he lacking.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just about building on top of something, making that something even greater.
That's true.
So it
You actually
doesn't-
got me thinking.
Exactly. It doesn't even matter how mediocre
Yeah.
the idea is.
Yeah.
Just the perfect executions. Okay, the execution doesn't always have to be perfect, but just execute.
Yeah.
Once you master the arts of execution, you're unstoppable.
You are unstoppable. But as well, you need to have that drive,
Yeah, that drive.
that hunger. I'm gonna do this.
But the thing also, like with the mindset, just set yourself some small
Goals.
small milestones. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
milestones. Yeah.
milestones.
Yeah.
You just sit and whenever you achieve one of these milestones, you just celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
A small victory. But don't reward yourself when you haven't even accomplished that milestone. It's like same as like I'm planning to get 80% for a test.
Yeah.
I get 79. I still 80. I celebrate.
Yeah, it's
No,
not the
you
same.
see.
We got 79.
So you keep
You-
on lowering your standards. So hold yourself accountable. That's the important thing.
That's true.
Is hold yourself to a high standard. It's like, okay, this is it now.
This
If
is
I
it.
didn't, I didn't do it. Because same as myself. Now, remember I was telling you yesterday.
Yeah.
I force myself to be disciplined.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
Do
anything.
until you do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have to do that, but I won't do anything else.
Yeah.
So that's my mindset now. It's either I set my mind, I'm gonna do this. I give myself 2 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes to do this, and I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm not touching my phones. I'll just sit bored, not doing anything.
It's like the punishment,
The
basically.
punishment's
Yeah.
either do this or nothing.
Yeah.
So I think you need that all or nothing.
Yeah, and it needs discipline. Execution needs discipline.
Yeah, discipline is key
Yeah.
because it's not gonna be easy. The process is never easy.
Yeah, it's never easy. Even now, we're actually executing. This podcast is an execution of
This
something.
podcast is an execution.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly. It started with an idea.
Yeah,
Okay, let's start.
yeah. But we took time to start, ne?
It took some time to start.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we wanted everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then once you get over the idea that nothing
It's-
ever is
yeah.
perfect, just start. You
Just
learn along
start.
the way.
Yeah, true.
So I think that's one thing people must realize.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter how great your idea is, without execution, it's still just an idea.
yeah. That's true.
Execution is everything.
And ideas are cheap.
Ideas are cheap.
Yeah.
Ideas are porn.
They are.
Execution is the most important thing. The whole point is to just start.
Now, as I'm thinking about when it's execution, I'm thinking about the podcast thing I'm doing.
Exactly.
I'm like now I'm thinking of like you're always into critical position. Now I'm thinking it's actually can fix this 1, 2, 3. So
Exactly. It's minor
Yeah.
things. Just
yeah,
execute.
minor things.
But it's
yeah.
only in the process. Then
Yeah, it's
you
only
get
in the
feedback.
process.
Use
Yeah.
feedback. Take feedback. Get friends who will provide you feedback. Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah,
And then get them to tell you why.
yeah.
Not friends who will just say, I don't like this.
Nje.
It doesn't help you in any way.
Yeah,
So get constructive feedback. Oh, I don't like this. Why don't you like this? And then take it. Listen. Like embrace the feedback.
yeah.
That's the thing, because that's how you build. Like, okay, I see my mistake here. Then go fix the mistake
Go fix the
to
mistake.
deliver a great product.
Yeah, true.
So
True.
that's the thing. Execution, execution, execution.
That is the key.
Because most people hardly ever start.
That's true. A lot of people don't start.
Yes,
Yeah.
and a lot of people start, but they never finish also.
Oh,
So there's a whole way.
it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. You know, it's hard. But yeah,
But the thing
This
is,
is-
as much as corny as this sound,
Yeah.
but if it was easy, everyone
man
would be
would do-
doing
yeah,
it.
true, true.
Exactly. So you see, that's the issue.
Yeah,
Everyone wants the easy business. How many Me Too businesses are out there, but they're not actually solving any problems?
there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
You get in business for the wrong ideas. It's easy. Oh, I want to start a record label. How many people have record? I'm also guilty. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm also guilty. Like start a record label. But the thing is,
but then you didn't know much.
you didn't. Yeah, I was young. You know, I didn't know that much. And then as you learn, you see like, okay, I was getting in this business for the wrong idea first
Yeah.
and foremost.
Yeah,
So I think the most important thing is to clearly define your objective. What is it that you want to achieve? Who are you helping, and how is this going to help people?
it has to be a
Yeah,
solution.
how are you helping the next person?
Yeah,
Because it's a consumer base. This thing's a
it's a
transaction.
transaction
You
between
need people. Like, who are you helping?
Yeah,
Most of business out here are not helping anyone.
yeah, true.
So that's the thing. That's the take home.
So that's your take on for today.
That's the take home.
Yeah,
Execution. Because I hate the idea. People just come up, I have this genius idea. Stop lying. Stop lying.
maybe they think they do, man. They feel
Yeah, we
they
all
do.
think we have a great idea.
They feel they do, man. You know, but it's
How many
always-
times is it that this is actually a great idea?
until you say it out loud, you know. But when you think it, you're like, yeah,
No, but some people will tell you great. So yes.
yeah,
So my final thought on this matter is, you could have the greatest idea, even the perfect idea,
yeah,
but just remember, without execution, it's still just an idea.
yeah,
The world doesn't even care about your ideas. They want
That's
to see
true.
the final product.
Mhm.
So until you execute, your idea is still just an idea.
Yeah.
Ideas upon and execution remains king.
That's it.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah. This was deep. Because now I'm thinking a lot. That's why I was quiet. Because I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
thinking a lot. Yeah.
But unfortunately, we have to keep it short. I need to go with this work. I need to execute some other
You
things.
need to execute some other things.
Exactly. I practice what I preach.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.